was the most impactful case you had to date this year?
It was a multidisciplinary case. Several teeth missing. They were starting to collapse. If he wouldn't continue like that, he would be fully edentulous in a few months. We meshed all that together, put it in a software, and designed his smile. And then we were able to try it on him before we even start.
So tell me about the moment when Rodney saw his smile for the first time.
I know, that was very emotional. Everybody celebrated together.
Oh,
And take off. That's the most rewarding part at the end. Part of our mission is to help our patients' life by restoring their smile and health. Hi, welcome to another episode of Beyond Your Smile. Here with me is Angelina, our superstar hygienist, that she has been here so many years with us, and she shared many stories and many cases.
So, Dr. C, tell me, what was the most impactful case you had to date this year?
This year definitely is the one about Rodney. And the main reason that I like his case because it was a multidisciplinary case, meaning involved many specialists and everybody come together to restore his smile. So on this case, we have a digital smile design, but we also have some missing teeth, so we need the help of Dr. Rowe with the implants and restoring the bite.
Okay, and tell me, how did Rodney come to our office?
That's very funny because actually he came for one extraction. So he had other several teeth missing and he was not wearing any denture or anything, but he had a broken tooth on the front, one of the few that he has left. And so when he presented, he was actually just looking for that extraction. But here, part of our mission is to help our patients in changing their people's life by restoring their smile and health and helping them to live longer, better, and more confident. And when I see Rodney, I didn't see that. I saw somebody very shy, very scared to smile, covering his mouth. And I was like, then I start to evaluate all his records and then I come up with a plan that is gonna fulfill all his needs.
What was your first impression in meeting Rodney?
He was a very sweet person and like I said, a little bit shy, but at the same time, I can see that he was looking and anxious for a change or something magic to happen in his life to finally be free and enjoy his everyday.
What did we discover during his full digital scan?
So when I started to do all the digital scan, we did also a CT scan, iTero scan. We also did faces, the face with the ray scan, and also put it merge all together. And we look at the X-ray. We noticed several teeth missing. The remaining teeth were supporting so many force from the missing teeth. They were starting to collapse. And by the end, if he wouldn't continue like that, he would be fully edentulous in a few months.
Oh, wow.
Because the main reason that the broken tooth brought him into the practice, it was the tooth broke because that single tooth, it was supporting of the force like around 4 or 5 teeth. So, and like that, he had several areas, and then that's the main problem that we noticed it with him.
Some factors that could disqualify someone for getting a full smile design.
In reality, there is no factors to disqualify somebody. The digital smile design, or it is basically like a blueprint when you do it in a house. So, and that one, it comes into the vision. You know, when everything that we see and hear, it was in somebody else's mind first, right? And having that picture on mind, that's what we created. So when they were having it, when we see the digital smile design, we create that. We've been the architects on that moment, and we create the blueprint of what we're gonna do. So, and on that, later on, we know which fields or multidisciplinary specialties we need to add in order to get that final picture. But in general, everybody can be a digital smile design.
Oh, nice. That's perfect. And how did you explain to him that he needed more work than he originally thought?
Basically, everything starts with your needs, because sometimes we relate it, oh, does it hurt? Oh, it doesn't bother me anymore, or it's not hurting me, right? But when we come like a very thorough exam, we start to ask the most technical questions, like, are you able to eat all the food that you want? Because some people modify their diet because they don't have teeth to chew, and they just, let's say, they cannot able to enjoy a
Piece of steak.
Piece of steak. No, my favorite, ribeye burning, like all that. They cannot enjoy that, right? They just eat mashed potatoes and soup. And that even contradicts it, because some people have a diabetes, are supposed to eat more vegetables, more protein, and they're just eating a diet that is very high in carbohydrates because they cannot chew. So what we do with that is I started to ask him all his needs, if he's able to chew, if he's able to speak, also if he was confident. Like he was telling me that he didn't even take a pictures, that he always covered his mouth. So when I start to see all his needs, that's when I come up with the plan.
And how important is a digital smile design in helping someone move forward with their treatment?
I think it's very important, because if you don't do a design, you're just going blind. You just go blind into something that you don't know. You might end up with a little big teeth that you were expecting, or maybe shorter teeth, or the person might not like the shape. And then also when you start to run it like a test drive, right? Like when they start to speak and eating or chewing it, they feel uncomfortable. And all of that is happening because they were not able to start from the design, to have a starting point, which is gonna put things in order, and then you know what is the sequence and what you have to do first, but always to have the final vision at the end.
Okay. And what technologies did we use that made a real difference in Ronnie's case?
Well, we use a lot, but the first one, we did a iTero scan, right? We scanned his mouth. We took a lot of professional pictures. Then we did a ray face, which is a scan of his entire face. We did a CT, and we meshed all that together, put it in a software, and designed his smile. Then we put it in a special printer. We decided in 3D print, and then we were able to try it on him before we even start.
Oh, so why is it so powerful for our patients to see their future smile before committing to the treatment?
Oh, I think that's very important. It's like when you're gonna buy a car, you just don't buy by the description, right? Because communication and words, it can mean so many different things. So when you have the opportunity to see it and look at it in there, you are able to test it. The length, the width, if it's working with you, is that let you pronounce the words, and also do you like them? Because sometimes we got used to see short teeth in ourselves, and then when finally we restore to the adequate length, we feel a little bit strange at the beginning. But they have that transition and that adaptation first.
To practice, yeah. Okay, and what were some big challenges in clinical or emotional in Rodney's treatment?
Honestly, no, it was just sometimes you have to change a little bit sequences that you plan, but honestly it was not, because when you have a very good design, a very good planification, you know the sequence. Like for instance, with him, we started from the design first. He liked it, then we do the temporaries, so he's on temporaries now, and then Dr. Ro was able to place the implants, and now he is just waiting for the integration, but at the same time he's already enjoying his temporary teeth and his smile while he's waiting for the implants to heal and be ready to restore.
Oh, beautiful. And how long can a full mouth reconstruction like this take typically? That's a lot of questions people usually have in the beginning.
Right. Everything depends on the case. Right? If your case is very straightforward, it might take just honestly a month. But the change, you will see it in one day, because on the first day you have the design, you already have the mock-up, you already have the design. But in some cases, like Ronnie, that it needs multiple integration and specialists work together, it might take a few months because we are also talking about implants, integration of that, and that can take a few months. But the most important part, our main goal since the day one, we want to provide with the temporaries or something that is going to already, you feel the change, you already go into the transition with your new teeth. That's very important. So you enjoy the waiting because you're already waiting, you already have your temporary, and then you don't care anymore about how long it's going to take the healing because you're already enjoying your smile.
Yes. Perfect. So tell me about the moment when Rodney saw his smile for the first time. How did it feel?
I know, that was very emotional. Like first, we took him. We have we call like a graduation. Like everybody celebrate together.
Aww.
So we got the whole office. We did like, how do you call that?
Oh yes, those streamers, the party poppers.
Party popper.
I missed it that day.
I said pop.
I missed the party, but I want to hear all about it.
But well, we took it to another room, and you can see it on our Instagram. It is on our Instagram. It's Complete Dental Works underline. So it was so cute because, and then we took him to the big mirror, and then when he see that, he couldn't believe it. He was so surprised, and then he ended up crying.
Oh.
When he cried, oh my God! I don't know, but I do feel cry because that's the most rewarding part at the end because it goes back and make us feel like why we're doing this and become it's not a job anymore. Like it becomes like something that you really enjoy. And like the song says, I'm on vacation because I love my occupation. So it comes like that. I really feel it like that.
Aww, that's such a beautiful moment. I'm so happy we all got to experience that. And I'm looking forward to helping you guys answer all the questions that you need as far as the podcast and all the patients that need all those questions answered. Do you remember who he wanted to show his smile to for the first time after us?
Yes, to his family. Main thing, it was about his son.
Aww.
He wanted to see because he remembered that a couple times the song mentioned it, that what happened to his teeth. So
so I bet he was very excited. And how did his energy and attitude shift after the treatment was done? Did you notice something different in his behavior?
Yes, and actually, when he looked at his teeth, when he came, he had his hair was a little long and had a little
beard, like long, scruffy.
And then when he saw himself, oh my God, I need to get a haircut, and then I'm gonna shave. And then the next appointment when he came out like
I remember that they said, wow, yes, I remember he had no beard, completely baby soft, and he got a fresh haircut. I do remember that.
So that immediately made him feel much better and like a motivation. Then you start to do doing different things because you look you feel better about yourself.
That's true. A lot of people need that little boost to make themselves feel better. I'm glad we were able to do that for Rodney. And what was the most rewarding part for you? Because we all know that you do this because you love it, you love changing people, but what was more rewarding for you about his journey?
Well, giving him the smile and see how his face changed, like for me, it's like he got a plastic surgery. Like he looked like 10 years younger. That was one. Second one, like to feel honored that he chose us to be the ones to help him for that journey is something that he even mentioned. And after that, he was saving money for finally be able to do it.
I remember when we first met him, he was he said he was saving every single penny in cash.
Yes, and then he was able to do it. So and then I feel even more responsible because like he is saving, making all that effort, stop spending money in another things just to be able to do something for himself. Because once he was doing something for himself, he would be able to help his family better. But at the same time, that make me feel more responsible that we have to deliver outstanding, like more and beyond what he's expecting. But also one part that I want to share was very rewarding too, because when we did a revealing with the whole team, and I saw some girls that were crying too. And remember, I couldn't have done without my team. since the person who answered the phone, bring him in, the person who explaining about the whole treatment, helping them through finances, bring him in, the girls on the back, taking all the records, working all together. So to see all that working together and that synergy that it makes out to empower somebody, that I think that what it makes me
No, it is. I can definitely agree and relate to that. We are a very tight-knit team, more like a family. This is like our second home here. So it was beautiful to see them cry when I saw the video.
And you know what? He said that he's gonna show to his son the teeth, but let me tell you something. Every time that I finish a case, I'll go home and I show my kids. This is because sometimes they say, "Mommy, you were not here for a whole day," and then when I show him and I was telling him, this is what I did, and I can see their face.
They're like,
and yes, and then that's very good too, because put everything together.
No, yeah, and they can see how hard mommy works when she's not home. So now that we've all heard the beautiful story about Rodney and your journey with him and how you feel, tell me, what would you say to someone who's hesitating to get this treatment done?
Well, my question always it would be, what are you stopping, or what are you preventing, or living your life or do something every day because of your smile, or because you don't feel confident, or also you are even getting sick because sometimes you can have a bacteria and infection, and your oral health is highly connected with your overall health. So that will be, you know what, like ya me perdí.
Yeah, okay. La pregunta.
So if you're stopping or preventing yourself to do something because you either have an infection, because you either don't like the way that you look, not just your smiles, even your body, like sometimes, I don't like my body, so let's do something about it, right? You either exercise or you either come to see the dentist. I know that sometimes the process are a little intimidated or you feel a little nervous. But either you do with us or with somebody else, it's very important to get education, to understand first what's happening in your mouth. At least just understand what's going on. Do you really are healthy, or do you have other diseases that we can help? Or also, if you don't feel the way that it looks, we can have a consultation. We can have a consultation and we can guide it what it needs to be done. But the most important, I will say, get information. Once you get information and you know what you need, and then you like it and you agree, we can guide you with the process to make it smooth. Because at the end, what we wanted is to make you happy and to make sure that you get the help that you need.
That is true. Definitely never hesitate to just go out there, come visit us, find out exactly what you need, and let us custom plan something for you that will make you happy in the long run.
So thank you so much for sharing us, and for the people who watch until the end.
Yes.
And we were a little nervous and how we're going to do this, but I think sharing is very important. And some of these questions you might already have. So now they've been answered.
Yes.
And we don't even know you, but hopefully one day we get the chance to meet each other, see the new faces,
transform your smile.
Yeah.
So we look forward to seeing you soon. Don't forget to tune in and watch our next podcast
and be part of Complete That Works family.
Bye.